The difference between winners and quitters in one word is faith. You don't fail because it doesn't work. You fail because you stop. Everybody talks about manifestations, but few people teach you how to build the faith that's required to stick with it. There'll be times when nothing is happening, and that's exactly when most people quit. My name's Mark, aka Create Lifestyle, and I help people, especially those over 50 years old, break out of undated beliefs and create freedom, abundance, peace of mind, residual income, and leave a powerful legacy. I call it breaking out of the matrix. And today I'm talking about faith. I'm talking about how to build it and why it's the missing piece, possibly, in your creation and controlling your destiny. All the things that I talk about. So, your life basically reflects your conditioning. If you look at your current situation, this is your belief system in action. Your mind is already programmed. The question is, what is it programmed for? So we have to reprogram our minds and change that mental conditioning. And the faith is the mental conditioning. It's not blind belief. It's a trained belief. It's you deciding what you want and then you feeding your mind daily until it becomes real. I talk a lot about this matrix, and what exactly is this matrix? From my perspective, it's just all these outdated beliefs. Our minds are running on programs. The three-dimensional reality that they call it. What's three-dimensional reality? That's up, that's down, that's left, that's right, that's front, that's back. That's the thing that our senses is detecting. Our sight, our smell, our taste, touch. This is what we're picking up, this three-dimensional reality. But there's more to this these dimensions and this other realities and the spiritual realm, the physical realm. It all connects, and we can control this with our minds. And that's what this whole idea of breaking out of the matrix is all about. Our society has this condition basically just to go to work, get a job, work until you're 70 years old and die if you make it that far. But that's what it's programmed to do. So we have to get in here and break that programming. And how do we do this? And faith is a big component of breaking out. Persistence builds faith. When nothing is happening, most people quit. We retreat to our normal routines. Sometimes we just need a job just to keep us on point and in a routine. Most people have difficulty if they give you all of your time. Most people would have difficulty managing it because we're so programmed to get up and go to work, go to a job. It may not even be fulfilling to us. It may not even be helping us get to where we need to get to, but we know we need a paycheck to pay those bills, to keep a roof over our head and to keep our lights going. It's the conditioning that we have to break out of that. And we need faith to break out of it, because when nothing else is working, you keep going. So how do you build this faith? You build it by discipline. You build it by doing the same types of actions and creating a routine. We have a morning routine that we like to go through, and we use a special app. And if you'd like access to that app, just drop in the comments app and I'll get the information to you. But basically it helps you put together a solid morning routine. It helps you reprogram your mind. It helps you develop disciplines that help you break out of the matrix, such as exercising, such as reading, such as journaling, such as writing your ideas down, such as visualization, things of that nature. So again, just comment app if that interests you. So back to faith, but persistence builds your faith, and discipline helps you build your persistence. So when you do certain things a certain way, day in and day out, it becomes automatic and your faith begins to build. So that's one way to do this faith. Your subconscious mind, it runs the show. You can program your subconscious mind before you go to bed and when you wake up. That's the key times. That's when you feed your vision, your identity, and your goals. So your faith, it begins to turn into confidence. And once you start seeing some small results, things begin to change. You realize that you can do this. Your confidence becomes your energy, and your energy is what creates the attraction and the momentum. Everything vibrates. The part of this matrix, part of this game, if you will, is vibration. So what you think, what you feel, it creates your frequency, and then your frequency begins to attract this reality. Break the matrix. You can break it with belief. The way it's set up now, it wants you to feel like you're stuck, you're limited, and you can't change. But your faith begins to decide what's possible. So understand that your life reflects your beliefs. So the faith is something that you build, and the persistence and the discipline creates the belief. So when you condition your mind, you begin to stay consistent. You begin to hold the vision. The Bible tells us that faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So what are some of those things? That's taking action. That's creating discipline. That is the faith. So as you do those things, you begin to create the faith, and it just snowballs. It gets bigger and bigger. And over time, you're going to see some results. So right now you're aware of this faith thing, and the awareness is powerful, but awareness alone is not enough, but it's a big step in the right direction, because the awareness is going to help you create the leverage. And once we create this leverage, we'll create the freedom. If I'm making sense to you and you're with me this far, stick with me. It's going to get better. Understand, the only way out is in peace, one love, and control your destiny.